Hi team, it's Justin. I'm going to show you how to set up and use the buyer tour function to ToolKit CMA. So first you need to go to toolkitcma.com. You were emailed an email and password already. Mine might look a little bit different than yours because it has this. You probably don't have an admin control panel, but you can sign in. Now, if you've already updated your profile with your photo and everything, that's great. If you still need to do that, you can go in under Preferences and edit your picture, your profile. So I want to click on Presentations. I've got a lot of options over here, but for this example, we're going to do the buyer's tour. So the default is that these 4 out of 6 items are checked here. I'm actually going to do the 5 properties per page and the desired home profile. Click on Next. I will be showing homes on the 13th. Click Next, and you can always click here for the download guide instructions again. But I'm going to walk you through what to do. I can go into the MLS. Now my search criteria for this buyer, for what we're looking at, is Cleveland Park, under $350,000, over 600 square feet is what we're going to go look at. So I can hit search. I already know it's going to pull up for that one. These are the 5 properties we're going to go look at. If I check all the properties, I can go to export, and on my file format I'm going to change it to residential exchange, and then I'll click export again, and it'll start downloading it, or I can tell it where to download it depending on which type of browser you're using. So now that I have that, now I can go back to this screen, and on box number 4 or item number 4 I can hit choose file. I know that that was in my downloads, and it's residential exchange TXT. Now that it's here, I can upload the file. It will process and put my 5 properties here. Now still, if there's one property here that I didn't want to include because I did a larger search, I could remove it by deleting here. If these are the 5 you do want to use, you could check all and move to next. And if you want to put them in the order in which you're going to see, you can use these arrows on the side to move them in the order you're going to go view the properties. Then hit next. The desired home profile, you probably have this from your buyer's needs sheet when you're trying to get their criteria. So I would fill this out for them. Once you have this filled out with as much of their criteria as possible, you can hit next. Now I got 3 options. I can create the presentation, email a PDF of the presentation, or create the presentation and save for iPad or tablet optimization. Now I can always come back in and do this again, so if you do one and you want to change it later, no problem. Hit OK. It's going to process it, and now I can view my presentation. So here it is in a PDF. If you do want to change the stock photos on the front, you can do that in Preferences, where you also update your profile. But this would be my first sheet. It's going to have the profile of what they're looking for. Every page is going to be branded to you at the bottom, and then it'll have each property. Instead of the MLS printouts, it's something a little more eye appealing that's branded to you. It'll have the criteria, the description, where it's at on the map, and a place for them to write their comments. Then it's got a map of where all the properties are that you are going to look at. and a property comparison at the end, which shows them all side by side, so it's easier for the buyer to compare. So it's a nice little presentation to give to your buyer for the buyer tours.